anything out of or Kimmy? Kimmy, you
I'm
ready to
good.
talk,
I'm
or are
ready
you
to go.
still gonna work on your home? I'm sorry, work on your homework. Are you ready to start? Fuck you, people. This
Okay,
this
good.
week. That's fair. That's fair. I am sorry. Kimmy, are you ready to begin? Because we're ready to begin. Are you ready? I guess we are going to start with Cordelia, so I think that probably will work out
All
fine
right.
for you to get on and chat whenever you're ready. Because
Yeah.
you, yeah, that's also fair. Um, so last we left off, Cordelia got knocked the fuck out. uh, she and
Yep.
Silas Duncan had a intense standoff that resulted in Cordelia getting a shot off on Silas, scarring him in the face. Um, and while she reveled in her strike that she landed, uh, a giant jade statue smacked her across a courtyard. And because, uh, wounding people unprovoked is generally considered not good. Um, she awoke to Fala healing her wounds, not entirely, not able to just fix the broken or cracked ribs automatically, but she did uh, patch her up the best she could for the time being, and assisted her in uh, getting back up and discussing things with Silas and a Griffin rider that had landed uh, by a roll of the dice in front of Silas Duncan. Uh, he was in the middle of telling this Griffin rider about what had happened. Um, the truth, but what Cordelia saw as an altered version of the truth, as she very much felt like it was provoked. Um, After a bit of a
Mm-hmm.
dispute, um, it was decided that Cordelia would need to come in and be placed under arrest. But Silas, perhaps surprisingly, perhaps nefariously, but currently for unknown reasons, decided to drop the charges uh, and let Cordelia off with just paying a fee in gold, which Fala covered. Fala helped,
Which Follow paid, by the way. Yeah.
yeah, Fala helped Cordelia over to one of the carts or the carriage that they had hired out, and got her back to uh, her shop, which is where we will pick up. But before we do that, we will look back at Celia Othronus as well as Rose, Zelive Rosenar. Uh, by the way, you guys gave her a nickname. Uh, Nyla, you gave her a nickname based off of her last name, so just just to keep in mind if that ever comes up. Uh, you, the two of you, went to the yawning portal, had some shenanigans, we can say, as Celia and Dothronus decided that it would be a good idea to rappel down the chasm of the yawning portal. Not liking what she saw at the bottom, Cordelia rushed back up, and they decided to go somewhere else. Uh, they got on the topic of the Temple of Luck and decided to head there in hopes of testing their luck. which they did by repeatedly throwing coins of various value into a fountain to try and land it in a statue's hand. To no avail until Othronus threw a coin behind his back that Celia used a spell to make it land directly into this statue's hand. With fortune of good luck on their side, supposedly, the answer of who gets what amount of luck or misfortune is still very much up in the air due to the complexity of this throw. But they left. Shortly before they left, though, or perhaps on their way to the Temple of Timora, Rose mentioned the recent appearance of a thief, burglar, criminal of some sort that is still undisclosed, named the Black Viper, named after a thief of a similar motive that appeared about 100 years ago. Questions still lurk, but Celia and Othronus both recall seeing a similar-looking figure accepting the potions that were in a, how to say, skeptical visage when they were being handed off to this figure. They weren't really sure what exactly they were, but they didn't seem above board. As well as appearing shortly before they left the Court of the White Bull, being chased or put into hiding, or for some reason dashing across the rooftops, avoiding the gaze of the people. With that, Rose decided to head home for the evening and made her leave. Celia and Othronus. Othronus wanted to go and visit a temple down in the Sea Ward, and offered for Celia to come if she was interested. She decided that she would join him, and as they were entering a temple of Baphomet, Celia felt a presence drawing her attention to this white stone tower several blocks away. Moonlight glinting upon it. Currently unknown what exactly it is, but they decided that they were going to, after their discussion about a variety of topics at the Temple of Bahamut, they would go and visit this mysterious tower / temple. And as a final small recap, last we saw Nyla, she was grief-struck, I think might be a good way of put it, about the events of that day. The children that she could not save. But was invited inside to a nearby farm, homestead, for a warm meal, and I think some encouraging words. Encouraging her to choose for herself what she wanted to be, instead of merely following what others expected of her. She will awake in the morning, and we'll catch up with her, hopefully this session. God, I hope so. But for now, we pick up with Fala and Cordelia in Coralon's crown. Fala has rested Cordelia on her kitchen table, scooted stuff off. In fact, a couple things drop to the floor. You hear something break, but she doesn't seem to mind it at the moment.
Oh,
And she
that's love.
tells you, "Wait right here. Don't get up. I'm gonna go grab some supplies from upstairs and see what I can muster together to make sure that you're okay." Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
She scurries upstairs, and we'll be back in a couple moments. Do you do anything as you wait?
Um, I'd say she's probably just has she told her to lie down or sit down? What has she told her to do exactly?
She told you to. She rested you down on this table. Told you to lie down and
Okay.
stay there.
Okay, so she's just kind of tapping her heels on the table, kind of clicking your tongue like like an impatient kid, just kind of looking around. Um, I guess is there anything like strange or interesting of note in the kitchen?
Uh, roll an investigation or perception check.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh boy.
Oh,
Uh, that's a 5 at best, a 4 at worst.
five at best, a four at worst. May I ask what the best versus
Oh,
worst means?
so 5 is would be perception with a 0 modifier, and then investigation would have a -1 modifier. So
I assume you probably want to go with perception
we'll go
then.
perception with 5. Yep.
I think with that, are you getting up and looking around at all to kind of like do this, or are you just trying to do this like while laying down?
She's just kind of doing this while laying down. She's just obeying. She's chilling. Like her brain's going 90 miles an hour, but she's still just trying to chill like Vala wants her to.
Uh, that is fair. Othronus, are you here? I see. I heard you dip and then rejoin. You are you with us? Othronus? I think he's probably still getting set up. Uh,
Yep.
you look around. You're not able to see what was knocked over, but you're able to turn your head without getting up. You've been in here a couple of times now. And you remember
Mm-hmm.
there's this counter kind of at the front, kind of protecting the rest of the house from this storefront. There's a decent amount of space. The rest of the first floor of this house is a kind of one large multi-purpose room. It's the kitchen that you're currently laying on the dining room of. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a dining room kitchen, just kind of storage area combination. Uh,
Right.
uh, let's see. Uh, with five, I think you kind of notice the various herbs kind of scattered around the room. There's like
Mm-hmm.
some of which I think are simple enough that you are able to kind of pick out like what those are. I think you see some garlic. Um, Uh,
Yum.
like on the what's the word? Like bound up, hanging all in a bunch of knots.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Uh, I think that's one of the main things that you're able to see at this point. Uh,
Okay.
I think you notice there's a fireplace uh, kind of on the opposite end from the kitchen. I think you notice
Mm-hmm.
there's some symbol that you don't recognize hanging off of it.
Ooh, a symbol.
Uh,
You tell me, Robert Langdon.
you like want to know what it is, or you do not recognize it?
Yes, yes, I do. Okay, that's fine. Um,
I'm double checking to
still
make sure I got the right idea of what it is, because uh,
cool.
sorry.
You're fine.
Uh, is uh in the form of uh, this kind of star-like shape. Um, Let me actually get the image. It's metal, which I think throws you through a bit of a loop because most of the stuff in here it's very rustic. It's very like a cabin in the woods, the sort of stuff that you might assume you
Cottage
might
core.
create out of very natural things. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's this star-like shape with a long top and bottom piece.
Huh. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Okay. Wonder what that's about.
Uh, can you roll a Constitution saving throw again, just to kind of see how you're doing at this point after you've moved
Hey,
around
that's
a
not.
bit? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Constitution. Hey, thing. Stop. Drop down menu. Um, yeah, that's 17. That's not bad.
I think uh you're doing better now. I think you
Mm-hmm.
maybe try to pull yourself up to kind of get a better look at this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
kind of wits and pain a little bit, but I think it's kind of up to you on whether you want to drop back down or to kind of continue to kind of look up around a bit more. Uh,
I think just noticing that symbol, she'll sort of drop down again, especially if she hears Fala coming. She'll be like, "Oh crap, play it cool."
and what's your best perception? Again,
My
sorry.
passive perception.
Yes. What's your perception bonus and then add 10?
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Um, 12.
Yeah. Let me roll. All right. Yeah, you do hear her coming. It's a couple moments later. I think you kind of get a moment to kind of examine this, but it seems like a fairly
Mm-hmm.
plain symbol. If you'd like, I
Okay.
think at this point, give it a moment. You can roll a religion check. Though again, I don't know if that's her
Okay.
greatest skill.
You could just ask her. She'll probably just ask her,
Hmm.
honestly.
That's also fair. If you want to not roll a religion check and just ask her in a moment, that's also fair.
Yeah.
All right. You drop back down. You hear her coming down the
I think I'll do
stairs.
that.
Uh,
Hmm.
she kind of um, hurriedly. You see, she's got like this bundle of leaves and a couple of what appear to be some berries. You notice particularly as she's coming
Hmm.
down, she's got these long leaves, like a yard long, and a couple of them. Uh,
Uh-huh.
thin as well. Um, okay. How are you feeling?
Not too bad, honestly.
Oh, that's a good sign. You're pretty tough. It seems like. I'm glad that you're able to.
I'm a rough, tough cream puff. Ain't nothing's gonna
Hmm. Nothing gonna
ain't
keep you
nothing's
down.
gonna kick the stuffing out of me. At least not for long. Yeah.
I'd
I am sorry to make you go through all this trouble, though.
no. You were doing what I think you thought was right. I After meeting him, I do definitely agree. He is a awful person. You see her
Precisely.
like stumbling over a couple of D words.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Um, Here, I'm gonna. She goes over to a shelf and grabs a mortar and pestle and begins throwing a couple of these ingredients
Mm-hmm.
in. So, can you? She asked you, I think, a couple more questions about the pain. I don't know if we need to go into that because I'd basically just be kind of sharing with it. You, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll a medicine check for Fala. That's good. Uh,
Give her poison ivy.
and final ingredient, poison ivy. No. Uh, from the sounds of it, it seems like it's not a broken bone, which thank goodness. But it's
Well,
definitely
that's
cracked.
good.
It's definitely cracked. And another injury in a similar place or straining yourself too much would definitely not be good. But I is it I've got a salve that should make the healing process much quicker. Uh,
Ooh.
I am going to need to apply it directly to the broken area, though. Uh,
Right.
so uh, t- I need you to take off your top.
Uh, Duly noted. I even have art for this. I'm not even kidding. I was so pleased when I found this.
Oh, oh.
Send. Boom. There we go. Perfect. I love it. Anyways, so yeah, she'll do that. Maybe looking a bit red in the face, but she'll
Definitely,
obey in either way.
Follow definitely seems the same. I'm not really much of a
Aw.
healer. I mostly just make the salves. Uh, but do you want to do it, or should I? Should I? I've also got these leaves. They should help ease the pain. We can wrap them around. I do you? I'm just gonna do it if that's all right.
That's all right. And she'll give her this super sincere look and just a little smile.
Yeah. I think what proceeds is probably an awkward couple minutes as she
Mm-hmm.
begins to apply this salve that she's made. So, how did you might have already mentioned this, but how did he get to bothering you and your family? Your town, I guess.
Well, he's always been around, you see, and well, he kind of goes from place to place. He basically owns several towns, if you will.
Hmm.
They have to pay him to for protection and all that kind of stuff. And well, he always keeps his ear to the ground, and if so much as a pebble falls, so to say, he'll find out what it is. Well, and by golly, he he was one of the first to know outside of the family when we found gold, and well, that attracted him right over. He'd always been a
Hmm.
bit of a creeper around the town anyway. Not a creeper. Well, that's what he is anyways. So
He
he
seems
I'd catch
very
him going
creeper.
around time to time. Oh, absolutely. And I always did my best to avoid him, maybe throw a clever little quip at him or something, but well, when he found out, he introduced himself all suave like. He just waltzed in, and as soon as Daddy left, he he made his intentions clear with the barrel of a gun right at my mama and my brother.
Horrible. It's horrible that he
Absolutely.
tracked you all the way. Sorry for pulling you away from Pat, because you need to have your closure with him. And
I do.
I think it might be best, though, you don't rush into it. Because if you do, I'm concerned that something like this kind of gestures to the kind of wound area that she's placing the salve over might happen again, or worse.
I know. But still, I mean, I don't know what he could be doing or where he's got my family. I mean, it sounds like I wouldn't put it past him to have brought my mama and my brother all the way here just to have bait with him at all times. It wouldn't surprise me. I gotta know where he's at. So, Paula, how well do you know this city?
I I've only lived here for a couple, like a 2 decades, which admittedly I guess is probably a decent amount of time, but I'm not. If you're asking me if I know about the Undercity, I don't.
Well, do you know anybody who would know?
No, not really. Um, Cordelia, would you like to roll an insight check?
Yeah? Okay. Oh, I might actually do it with this one. Oh, yes. Okay, insight, 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 insight.
Yes.
That is a 17. 30.
Uh, she said no, like she doesn't, like very much like that's a very open and shut answer. No, she does not know
Mm-hmm.
anybody from the Undercity. You gather based off of a kind of pause that she gave that kind of
Mm-hmm.
seems like there's more than that. Like I think with
Okay.
that you're not really like certain on anything, but it definitely seems like she's being honest and dishonest at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So, mhm. Go ahead.
I, I think with I think that's probably all I'm going to give you directly at the moment. If you have any like questions about like what that might mean. But
Okay, so I mean, I was gonna have yeah.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna have Cordelia kind of that sort of tunnel vision would come back again, and she would look directly at Fall and be like, "You sure you don't at least know of somebody who might know? Surely you got to be acquainted with somebody."
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
Paula,
that?
if you know somebody, if you know somebody, that would be an awful big help to me.
I, I don't know anybody like that. It's just there was a somebody came through a while back and helped me around a bit, and they I don't know, something about them kind of seemed like it was. I didn't want to pry though. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I I don't see them very often. It's honestly pretty few and far between. Uh,
Who are they?
I I'd rather not say. They they
Please?
kind of they asked me not to talk about them. Uh, roll a persuasion check.
Puppy dog eyes. Oh crap. Um. Yeah, that's a 3. Dang it.
Come on, Cordelia, you're not in your right mind. You know how you're gonna find your family. You're just concerned. It's you don't need to go to the underbelly to find the.
Yeah,
Something will come up. I'm sure of it.
yeah, I do. Yeah, but what and when and I don't know what could be happening between now and then.
I I'm sorry if I'm being kind of I'm being dismissive of your family. I I really hope they're safe, Cordelia. I I believe it. I don't know.
Leaving's one thing, but knowing's another. And my mind ain't gonna rest easy until I find him, especially knowing that Silas is in town.
Uh, if it's any consolation, he probably wouldn't have hurt him because he probably wouldn't want to, if he's planning on using them as bargaining chips, he wouldn't, you know, hurt them. I wouldn't imagine.
I'd hope not, but you never know with him.
He's crafty. Crafty people don't like to lose options,
Very.
I think. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Well,
I
I guess that's that.
I think around this time she's finishing wrapping these leaves around you. Um, they're like
Mhm.
the salve that she was kind of putting on you kind of has a tingly sensation. But these leaves are kind of
Mhm.
cool. Like imagine aloe, kind of like that
Icy hot.
feeling, like aloe leaves,
Mm,
but just kind of long and papery, kind of on one side, and that cool aloe sensation on the other.
yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Oh, not too shabby.
Still, don't.
She'll kind of twist a bit, kind of try to hide a wince or so. Just be like, yep, yep, it's still there, but like she's
Yeah,
trying to hide it. Like I'm
yeah.
totally good enough to go kick some ass,
Maybe, maybe not tonight.
but maybe so tonight. And she kind of like, sort of like a hopeful little, gonna tell me who this is. Little raise of her eyebrows,
I,
like she's not let it go completely yet.
I think with that, she'd go on and roll another persuasion check at disadvantage because she's already kind of
Oh
swayed, but
come
I'll
on!
give you that.
Oh wait! I have luck. Oh hell
Did you
yeah!
roll it? Okay, wait. Did you roll an at one
Yes, I did.
on? Okay, so was that your first roll or your second roll?
That was my first roll.
All right. So roll two more times then. Actually, no. We'll roll once more, and that will replace the one that you got, and then roll the second one proper.
I just rolled a 15.
You there?
That's a
Okay,
20.
a 15 and a 20.
Yep.
All right. What's your persuasion bonus?
My persuasion bonus is 0.
Fair enough. Uh, yeah. So 15. I think you probably have this like cheesy, like maybe so tonight. Smile, hopeful. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Follow takes a deep breath. Listen, I might be able to get in contact with him, but not tonight.
All right.
You
Um,
need some rest
that'd be
anyway, at least tonight. Give me that. At
okay.
least rest tonight.
Okay, you have gone through all this trouble. I guess I can give you tonight at least.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Um, I don't know. I don't think so.
How about
She sort of
some,
glanced around there.
some tea, maybe? I need some for my nerves, I think.
Now, and she's her expression kind of her expression sort of goes from a just kind of like yeah, all right, to a pursed lips like now what kind are you talking about here?
Um, Earl Grey, Jasmine.
All right, that kind. All right. Um, whatever you like best. Whatever's your favorite.
I'm thinking Jasmine would be nice right now. Um,
Jasmine it is then.
yeah, I'm gonna get going on that. She kind of turns towards this stove that she's got and begins making
Mm-hmm.
some. You do notice that her back is turned for a bit here.
Okay.
You waiting for the tea, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, she's waiting on the tea, and she'll also kind of glance at that star shape again and be like, "What is that symbol over there, by the way?"
Oh, you noticed the that's symbol of Corlon. It's a god.
Um, that makes sense.
Yes, I revere him. He is a powerful god, but he is known best for his formlessness. He takes on whatever form suits him. He's not bound to one at all. You see, thousands and thousands of years ago, us elves were, uh, and she kind of begins going into this kind of history lesson as well as
Mm-hmm.
lore. So she kind of gets talking. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
listen it out? Because I think she's kind of already gone over some of
Uh,
this. Oh,
yeah. So depending on whether Fala wants to go over that or not, Cordelia, she will listen, like intently at first, and then like, maybe her eyes will start to glaze over just a little bit, but she'll try to make sure that she looks like she's still like she's honestly trying to be like, yep, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
yes.
like listening fully.
This is. I
Like
am
it's bad, like
interested.
at being at the schoolhouse again, but she's trying.
I might have been the best at my schoolhouse, but darn, it was hard to stay awake.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, she kind of goes on. I think after the tea is ready, she kind of hands it over to you, and she actually, if you're feeling up for it, offers to kind of move you onto the couch. Uh,
She'll take that.
hopefully you'll be a bit more comfortable there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but no, she's still going after that. I can give the spark notes if you want, or I can do the whole thing in character, or uh,
I mean, you can just give the spark notes, or you can skip over it. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. You don't have to read the whole article if you don't want to, or anything.
uh,
Whatever, it's whatever you feel like doing. We'll get the information either way. I mean, I can do my own reading too.
yeah. Maybe I'll send some more things later to you if
Cool.
you're interested. But kind of the spark notes for the moment. Quick, it's things that you pick up between nodding off, perhaps. Um, Corlon was the god that created the elves. He created them to be formless like him, but some chose to be bound to more normal forms, physical forms, so that they might enter the material plane, this realm. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Corlon was enraged by this and bound all the elves to be bound to a humanoid form instead of living free like they're supposed to. Um, those elves that sought to uh, gain power in the material plane in a physical form were the drow. And that is why, uh, you know, drow and the rest of the elves do not like each other, or at least the original reason why. There's been a lot of history since then, but I don't see any ill will. I think it's something that we must strive towards to become uh, our own beings and become formless in our own nature. I think that someday we can rejoin Corlon in the. I'm sorry, I'm going on, aren't I? Uh,
Cordelia, she just kind of snapped out of it, like, uh-huh. I mean, yeah, it's fascinating stuff. Inspiring. Being what you want to be. Absolutely. And she just kind of nods
yes,
and caps that with a big gulp of tea.
yeah, yes, yes. Um, I see me being able to change your shape as being the most freeing thing you can ever find. I somewhat envy uh, creatures that can do it on their own. I've never met a doppelganger. I'd love to pick one's mind. Uh,
Mhm.
but
Well, if I ever meet one, I'll send them your way.
all right. I, thank you. I I would appreciate that.
Hmm. Of course.
Anyway, it's getting late. It's almost midnight. Um,
Hmm.
you should probably get some sleep. Do you want to go back to your home, or would you like to sleep here? Might
Well, if you if you
go on
don't
ahead.
mind me shacking up here, I didn't. That'd be nice.
Yes, I think that's fair. Would you like the bed or couch? I can sleep on the
No, I'm
couch if you'd
gonna.
prefer the bed.
No. I ain't gonna pose like that much. The couch. And she just kind of pats it. This will do just fine for me.
You sure? You sure? I
Hmm.
yes. I'm sorry things didn't go as planned.
Well, I may or may not have had a large role in making them not go to plan, but I'll make it up to you. I promise.
Thank you. I
And that's a barman's word, and a barman's word is good as gold or better.
I look forward to it. Uh, and she begins uh, kind of getting things ready for the evening in her house
Hmm.
and wishes you a good night. Uh,
All right.
were
Night.
you? She heads upstairs, and you sure you don't want the bed?
She kind of tries to read her expression like, is there something like maybe she's insinuating a bit more with that? Like, she's trying to read into it a little bit. Like, she's suspicious of this whole thing called dating and love. Like, what does this all mean? It's a whole new language, and I don't understand it.
Mhm. Uh, roll an insight check.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. That's si-
Ooh,
16.
16, not too shabby. Uh, you guys are having a field day with that running commentary chat. I'm glad. Um, she's with that. I think you gather that she's not really sure herself. Uh, I think you kind of remember that there was some stuff implied when you guys went to leave, but yeah, she's not
Hmm.
really sure what like you get it that she's kind of open on like what
Hmm.
would have happened. Um, yeah, she's also I think there's a bit of it as well. She's just trying to be a good host as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll kind of glance around and well, I do snore. I will warn you of that a lot. from what I understand.
That's
I don't know if that deters you from anything.
I I wouldn't mind. I elves don't really sleep. It's we can.
Right.
It's we normally meditate. It's I I think I've gathered most other people's consider it kind of strange. Uh, if you want the couch, that's fine. It's the offer stands.
Well, now a little cuddle never hurt nobody. And she'll just sort of throw that
Hmm.
comment in the air and see what kind of reaction that gets from her.
Uh, I think again you get that kind of sense of she doesn't really know how to react either. Man, we really just got a couple of love-struck idiots.
Yes, the best kind.
uh, is that a yes?
Uh, yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
it's confirmed.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, she'll kind of help you get upstairs. It's not too difficult with the wrappings now that you've had some time to heal. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
is this where we fade the black, you think, or is it they just
Uh,
cuddle?
yeah. I think cuddle. Yeah, we'll start with that.
Yeah.
Don't want too much strenuous activity.
Yeah, I think that is
Get
with
me.
whatever does going on, whether it's cuddling or bow chicka bow wow. uh, she does emphasize, let's not go too far. You still need to heal. You promised me you'd heal.
Right. Mm-hmm. And after a very short while, it'll probably be like sawing logs before too long. Like full on, like full on snoring. Like she wasn't lying.
Yeah. I think uh, you probably wouldn't necessarily realize this, at least not until morning, but it is a little awkward for Fala. Not necessarily because
Mm-hmm.
of the snoring, but it's elves typically only need the 4 hours of rest, and I think it has been stated that the two of you are that uh, it's like a cat that you don't want to move because you'd wake it up. It's that
Mm-hmm.
situation. Follows in that situation.
Oh, oh, bless her heart.
All right. Uh, I think that is Cordelia until the morning. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
shall we? Ulthronus, you here? Just checking in. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Father, you
Yes.
leave? Oh, he's here. Cool.
Yes. Yes. He is here. I am sorry, but I would like to use the restroom before we get on to the next big section, if that is all right, everybody.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
But we will be getting back with Ulthronus and Celia next.
Hi, Silent. He said
Feel
hi,
free to chat.
but he
Wait, what
didn't
was
say
that?
hi at me. It's fine.
Oh,
I just said hi to Siler, and he doesn't want to say hi. It was fine. But I've been working so hard, guys.
No hi for you.
Hello?
Oh, yay. That was my hello.
Hey, there
okay?
he is.
That was my hello. My
Hello,
hello.
Tyler.
No. Siler, that was my hello, right? That was for me, right? Fuck you!
That hello was for everyone.
Well, this can
while I
only be
double
ended in
check
a battle.
to make sure
chat.
my Bluetooth isn't messing me up. Because I can hear you and then your voice is gone. So I think
Oh.
it's connected by, I don't know why it keeps connecting.
Ugh. Anyway. Guys! I got a new job, and I hate it. So I'm working for an
Oh.
airlines now, as well as the airport, as the
Uh-huh.
hotel. So I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot soon. Haley, I mean, I don't even know if we fly out that far. Where do we fly? Porter Airlines. Where are your destinations?
That's those seem like two jobs that would keep you very busy.
Oh
You
yeah, no, I
doing
hate
okay?
people.
Michael,
I hate people.
that was a very fast pee. Like, how even?
I'm a man.
I
Okay.
guess
I'm
so.
sorry.
You guys live in Atlanta, Charleston, Charlotte,
Just
Dallas, Fort Worth, Denver, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, Jacksonville, Vegas, Long Beach. Okay, there's a list.
Vegas. No,
Phoenix is on there.
is Austin? Austin?
Austin.
Is it on the
Austin.
list? Is it on
I
the list?
don't see Austin. I'm sorry, sir.
Damn. I mean, Dallas, Fort Worth. That's still just a little bit farther.
There.
So still works.
It's there. Do you live in Nantucket? What's a Nantucket? Like you forgot how to spell Kentucky. That bothers me. These names bother me. You have weird city names. Like what's
Why?
Rayla? What's Rayla? Ralia? Rally? Like Rally? Rally? What the fuck? English,
Yeah,
man.
Canadian just copied and pasted other countries'
We
cities
have a
names.
city name.
London, Paris,
I think we have a city name.
France.
What's it called?
Sorry.
No, it's not condom. I can't remember. It's something super lewd. Weird Canadian city name. Sexsmith. That's right. And we also have Forget and Head Smash and Come by Chance in Newfoundland. Come by Chance in the Newfoundland because we can't name fucking cities.
Okay, so I just
All I hear is
I just got
I want to visit to confuse people and tell them about it.
I just
so mad.
got like a full-on list of these weird sounding names from all different states. So just starting with Alabama.
Dildo.
Just the first one on that is Alabama ball play. Bortush Smudai. Let's see.
We have
Jumping
What?
over to Arizona.
Bastard.
Cyclopic, Kaka, Parker Strip,
Guys want to go to
Low
Finger, Manitoba?
Cholo, three. There's a
Greg, you want
town
to go
apparently in
Finger,
Arizona called
Manitoba?
Three-Way.
But it sounds like a
There's a city in California called Fort Dick.
Wow.
Fort Dick.
What?
There's Rough and Ready, Shafter, Woody.
You didn't hear his funny song, right?
I heard him say
Oh yeah, that's
something.
fine. That all you have to say here is what? You don't have to hear anything else. Is good. That's fine. We're good. We're all great. I made a bad joke and he decided to turn it around against me, not realizing everyone can maybe hear him.
Okay, yeah, no.
Don't.
Okay, yeah, no, Texas does have a lot of them. You are right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Cumbie, Cummings, Cornstalk, Dickens, Ding
I think that's what I'm gonna do with my travel list. Places I need to go in my
Slave
life.
City,
Weird city names.
Greatwood,
Also, look at that
Latex.
gold.
I feel like we should
Yeah,
just
that's
go to Texas, check all. Just be like, this counts. Texas has to count to cover all the weird cities.
there's a city in Wisconsin just called Breed.
Wow.
There's also one in Wisconsin called I'm Alone. IMALONE. Longwood,
I really
Oh,
hope somebody lives there.
Sextonville, Spread Eagle.
In America, wasn't there a whole thing where this guy just like proclaimed land? And he's like he's the king of his own area or something. I remember hearing this somewhere.
oh, possibly.
King in the
Carolina.
United States.
South Carolina has a climax. Sugar
Uh-huh.
butts. Blue Ball
Okay, are we
Village.
talking about the Emperor of America?
Oh, maybe. Honestly, America's just got funny history.
Oh yeah. There's a map of just one for each state. Hmm.
No way. PP Township? Come
Where?
on.
Where?
Oh, come on. No way.
It's Ohio.
Yeah. That's gotta be. No.
Hey, Crystal. Virgin Arizona.
No, that's Utah, you dummy.
Oh, Utah. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm an American. I don't know it. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm
So
American. I
yeah,
don't know Americans.
I feel like this,
Plunge?
like,
No, is that
this-
Alabama or
this-
Mississippi?
Like there's ever gotten in the history of.
Siler.
I feel this represents all of us, but none of us at once.
Yeah.
In this entire conversation.
I don't
Oh,
think you can feel your confidence.
yeah.
But yeah, and so in the future, if you guys want some flights, let me know because that's a thing I'm working on now.
Good to know.
Flights and hotels,
Well, hell,
guys.
Don't.
I just
Please don't
want
work
a
yourself
flight
to
up
death.
to visit you, Kimmy,
Please don't
or
work yourself to
for
death.
me to come up to
Exactly. I mean,
Kimmy. Girl,
I
I'm
I believe
there.
Heidi can come up to visit me anytime.
Mm-hmm.
She can literally throw a rock, and it would be closer to me than you are if you were to throw a rock with a slingshot. I'm gonna message your husband and
That's
be like, "How
true.
strong are you?" And I can already like imagine him just laughing at the question. He's like, "Are you talking about my wife?" Like, yay.
Here's the thing. She said throw. She didn't say how. I have access to like a medieval.
I got
You,
Like,
sir, I feel like you can MacGyver
Wow.
something together.
Look, give me like a week, and I might be able to swing it. Just someone like just. You've seen those big ass like slingshot shit. I've got some. Just give me a week. We can work something.
I love it.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Well, guys, if you guys want to go to Aruba, that's also a place I fly to.
Aruba?
Aruba, Cancun,
Ooh.
Nassau, Punta Cana, and San Juan. Or as the white
San
people like to say,
Juan.
San Juan.
Fancy.
I heard somebody say it the other day and it hurt my soul. I was like, where are you from? Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to this place called San Juan in Porto Prieto. It hurt me. It wasn't me.
Pain.
Yes.
No.
The
Come
pain.
on.
The more you say that, the more I'm convinced they were trying to head somewhere in like East Asia because I can't. That it is.
It's just that gives me the thought of like they wanted to go to like some commonly trafficked place, but they just accidentally gave the wrong pronunciation and they ended up in some very remote place.
I wanted to go to San Juan. What is this place? Where am I?
There
told me
probably
it's only
is.
2 hours. I spend half a day on a plane and I'm halfway around the world.
There probably is a place called San Juan.
You know what? In the English language, I won't doubt it. But it's pronounced. It's spelt with a silent H somewhere.
Well,
That's a
Crystal,
real
have a
problem.
problem. Juan.
Yeah, because he can slow rolls. He didn't hyper roll, so his econ was constantly good.
So now y'all have no excuses to why you can't make it here in 2023, bitches.
Yeah,
I mean, I really don't have any
I will
excuses.
have you know, I have plenty of excuses.
Siler of all
I mean-
people.
we can have excuses. Maybe not good excuses.
The fact that I tell you,
I mean, I should have plenty of time to figure out what to make you guys for your wedding. Something.
I want to say something dinosaur related, but that I know Craig won't appreciate it as much as I would.
I can make it happen.
Right?
It'll be cute. I can at least.
I told my family about how I had a friend that, no joke, is wearing a dinosaur costume to her wedding, and basically it was just the night, like basically it's like, well, that's a choice.
And it's a very proud choice.
She's very proud of this choice.
Oh gosh, I have to see if I can find a photo of because we went to a quarantine party, like quarantine-ish, when things slowly started opening up. But I was so scared, so they convinced me to go by buying me a T-Rex costume. And it was a
Oh my
quarantine
gosh.
party. I have to find this photo.
Yeah. So, is there a particular reason why you got the second busy job?
Oh, I was bored.
You were bored?
Well, I want to work with an airline. That's my plan in the future. But this airline pays very, very low compared to what I'm making at the hotel. So I'm like,
The experience. I see.
yeah. I just need it on my resume essentially to be like, look, I've worked at a hotel, at an airport, and I didn't blow it up. You can trust me.
You could
Right?
maybe don't word it like that, but yeah, yeah.
That is exactly how I have it in my resume. I didn't blow up the airport I worked at.
I mean, sure, as long as it works.
Maintained a standing
It's me and Craig.
establishment.
It didn't
Gotta
blow up
use those
until
action
5 minutes
sentences.
after I quit.
Gosh.
Sorry.
You want the raw?
That's beautiful.
That is wonderful.
It's just a taste of what the wedding's gonna be like, guys.
Man.
It's gonna be a good day.
Uh,
But yes, I'm sorry for
so make sure
derailing.
you guys have like ketchup
No, you're
potato
good.
chips.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'll
ketchup
send this
and
comment
potato
to you privately.
chips?
Yeah, we have ketchup chips. They're
No,
so
no,
good.
ketchup potato chips.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Like, is it ketchup on potato chips? Is it ketchup flavored
Flavor.
potato chips? Okay.
Okay, maybe the one you had for shit. What was the brand? What was the brand?
Blue Bob. If you need a room.
All bad. You don't know what you're missing. It's delicious. You know what? You guys don't even have all dressed there, from what I understand.
All what?
Yeah, I don't understand how you guys don't have all dress.
Hmm.
You know what? I noticed that some either people will like ketchup or all dress. Usually never both. And the ones who do like both are a little strange. And that makes sense because that's me. Yes.
Like, I'm not saying it can't work. I do think that it could work. I mean, people eat salt and vinegar chips,
Delicious.
and
What's wrong with you,
like
sir?
masochists. You are
Ex-
masochists.
You need help, sir? You need help. Especially Miss Vicky's. Oh, so good.
Okay, I just
Oh.
need one. You just
Trying to find a really weird flavored chip that we have. What's a really weird flavored chip? I know we have poutine flavored.
Point being, I think that like ketchup potato chips could work.
It's basically ketchup on chips.
Same. Salt and vinegar make my mouth feel like. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm glad we feel the same.
You know what, Tyler? What's your take on
Yeah.
salt and vinegar chips? Because clearly these two have no class.
Split down the middle.
Yeah, that's why I need Tyler in on this now. I need to know.
Tiebreaker.
Weak babies.
Okay, I'm just trying to
Domestics.
wrap my head around this. You guys don't like them?
I knew Tyler was a cool man. Hell
Yep.
yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't like them. I'm saying that you have to be a masochist to like them.
Yeah. Weak soul.
Here's the thing, and don't judge me for this. I can eat almost anything with hot sauce on it.
I love it.
You know, that's fair.
Even plain, I put hot sauce on actual hot Cheetos, and
Ooh. I gotta hear your accent. Oh,
Yeah.
that was sexy. Do it again, baby.
that actually. Okay, now here's just the thing: 'cause there's an actual flavor difference for me. I like snacks and cooking with it, both Valentino and Tapatio.
More accents.
Oh my gosh, y'all sound spicy.
It is, and I don't know
Spice.
why.
Oh my gosh.
There's an actual difference to it, but whenever I cook, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's ramen, sopa, arroz, frijoles, even. Just tapatio mixes so well with that. But when I do just snacks, I don't know, it's just easier. It's weird. I get it. That's true.
Guys,
You gotta prepare for it though. Every time I hear the elotero, I like immediately check my bathroom for those freaking little like toothpick comb things.
so I'm going to YouTube for hot sauce. Got it.
Yeah, I'm hungry again now. Damn it.
And this is what you were experiencing, Kenny.
What am I
That
experiencing?
is what I am imagining as you're having these reactions.
Oh hell yes, it is. You ask Craig. He has an accent too, but he chooses not to use it, and it makes me sad. He has a nice,
Aw,
but he doesn't use
but
it.
that's an obligation. If you have an accent, use it.
Right?
Because it's cool.
Really?
It's kind of true.
use
Oh, really?
Right. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Sounds like a different word.
but I don't.
Have you ever had a conversation where you switch from like normal, you're speaking English or like your occasional Spanish, and you hit up like just a random call from a family member and you just go right into it? It's the funniest faces.
I need to hear this.
I work in an office that is I am the only like there's other people like doing different roles, but like on the actual floor that I'm a part of, I am the only white man in like everybody else is a Hispanic woman. And yeah, I definitely get what you're talking about. The snapping between like like
Oh, do
general
you not
English
have an
to the
accent yet?
Spanish with the accent. No,
I'll give you
that
the
ain't
one.
how it works.
I found before we end this.
Hmm?
Right in comment.
That is hilarious.
Oh. You know what? I probably would have done that.
That is funny.
Yeah. My mom used to tell me that if I got a tattoo, she would disown me, and I kept telling her till the day of, I'm like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. Gonna disown you. Okay, I'm getting a tattoo today. Don't come home then. Mom, I have a tattoo. Oh my god, get it. Can I see it first?
Hey, can I see it first?
Oh, that's so
Sweet.
nice. If ever, anytime I get new tattoos, I just kind of have to hide it, and then when she sees it, then I'll tell her I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that tattoo. That's right. Yeah.
I think I know the reaction I'm gonna get when I say this, but I do not have any tattoos. But I am also thinking that I will eventually want to get one. I don't know.
That makes sense. I mean, that's where
I
I
don't.
think this quote rings true. It needs to be something important.
Yeah. I mean, like, that actually does work because it is like a meta level of irony, something important because of that text, because it's because that's
From your
hilarious.
mom.
I mean, that's a story that you'll be able to take with you and show off. It's like, yeah, no, I got this tattoo because of my mom.
Also, not their first tattoo. You can see one underneath their hand.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
How about if somebody got this tattoo, but this wasn't actually their text message? Like they just saw this online and they're like, you know what? I want this person. Mom's quote.
Meta tattoo.
You suppose we should jump back in?
Probably
Yeah.
should.
I don't know what's happening with the rest of these yahoos.
Just kind of enjoying the conversation. I enjoy hanging out with you guys, but I also assume you probably want to figure out
Same.
what's going on.
I mean, here's the thing. We went to
Where did we go to?
yes,
Oh
We
yeah,
went
that's
Temple Run.
right.
Luck one. Oh, we kind of skipped over that part, but when we were doing it with Rose, we did a double take to see whose coin would get in, but we switched ours at the right before the toss. So
Yeah.
it was my throw, but it was her coin, and I can.
But then Celia did the finishing. Everybody helped. And that means you're all Kurt. I'm probably teasing.
Wait, is everyone cursed now? I'm literally playing back to a group of dead folks.
Not
No,
Cordelia. Not Cordelia. Not Cordelia. She's just
Yeah, I don't
got
know.
a
no,
She's gonna
broken
get
she'll be
rib.
shot.
even more alive.
She's gonna get shot. She's gonna wake up and she's gonna
No,
get shot.
We're all gonna
if
get
y'all
shot
died, she would go
someday.
like True Grit on whatever source of your death. It could have been like a door, but she would go True Grit on that door.
You can see it too. She would like pull out the shotgun and be like, "Oh, revenge!"
Yeah, but it's not exactly in standard what happens to those who cheat to get head in, this temple of luck with this goddess of luck. But it's unknown.
That depends. If the temple
I heard like it depends, and then it sounded like you like got raptured.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello,
Weird.
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry, I got a transmission.
You're good.
But yeah, no, because depending on what we did and how it's looked upon, if this is the temple we're going to that I think it is, we might be in good company.
Let's hear what's going on.
So as you leave the temple, this temple of Bahamut, you kind of go out, and you guys both very clearly see it at this point. The moon is currently high in the sky, and almost like looking down directly below it, like it's not at its highest point, but it is very high in the sky. You see this temple of this pearly white stone material. I assume you're approaching it. Let me actually get this set up for you. The actual location. Have to kind of go around some buildings. I don't have any art that I was actually able to find of it. At least art that I like, because I was able to find art of it, but I'm changing it. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. It is several stories tall, and there's steps leading up to it, actually. You see 5 spires, 4 surrounding this main domed building, and then one kind of rising up out of it. There's this large doorway at the top of these stairs, and over the doorway hangs a symbol of the crescent moon. It's actually not just the crescent moon, but it's this circle which seemingly represents a moon with a crescent moon on either side, pointing in opposite directions. What do you do? Would you like to make a perception check?
That's tiny and adorable, and but it's not mine.
That's also fair. What do you roll? And also, Othronus, if you'd like to, you can also make a perception check. 4, wow. Six, much better. And with that 6
That's a
and
nat
the natural 1, there's this kind of area running up to this temple, kind of this walkway and then the stairs. I think you guys are kind of climbing the stairs and don't really see anybody or hear anything or notice anything other than a soft breeze and a howl on the wind. Not a werewolf howl, just like wind howling. Just wind. From what you guys are able to tell, at least, maybe you do think it's a werewolf howl with those rolls.
the thing.
Oh,
Is it another kind of were howl, like from a different kind of were beast?
you're not sure. You're not sure. What do you think it is with that natural?
Honestly, I'm thinking there's a were shark in these little street. Brown shark, man. I played it once because I was lucky enough to get that as lycanthropy at the very end of the campaign, like 2 seconds. So I never
Uh,
did anything with it, but it was awesome.
that sucks, but that is also awesome.
I will follow.
There's this large. Uh, now that you're closer to the temple, it's almost like a opal material. This white, kind of glinting, something between opal and quartz. You're not really sure. But whatever it is, it's seems like it probably isn't natural. You're not sure where somebody would get something like this because it seems like this is all one large stone crystalline structure. So you imagine there's probably something magical going on with the creation of this building at the very least. You are able to open the doors if you wish. You wish. uh, as you open this door, you see a. You were wrong previously. There are people here, but they aren't being very loud at the moment. You can tell. Um, you see now that you're inside, uh, rays of moonlight pouring into this grand cathedral chamber. It's not. There's no pews from what you can see. There's um, seems to be rooms going out to different directions, but it seems like all the action's happening in here as you see dancing between these columns. You see a number of various different figures. Um, uh, they are dancing gracefully. I don't know what Celia's reaction to this is, but you do see a podium or pedestal or altar of some kind on the far end that some there's a woman standing at. You actually are able to see this through as you kind of take a moment, you see that there are some people kind of on the edges of this room, just kind of watching, just observing. Uh, yeah, various people of different stations. Yeah. Sorry, you were about to say something.
Ooh.
Probably not going to be very happy about this, but roll a perception check. That's better, much better.
Everybody you've ever known.
That would not be great. Yeah, you do not see everybody you have ever known. In fact, you do not see anybody that you recognize. You're not really sure at the moment with a 12. Uh, Particularly among these dancers, you do not see anybody.
Would I
This
see anything I
priestess,
recognize? Just
uh, I guess with that, roll a perception check and or a history check.
go perception. I'm pretty sure history is just as bad.
The, oh,
6.
16. 16. Uh, with that, let me think for a moment. Uh, hmm. I don't think you uh, notice anybody that you know particularly well. Um, I think you do with a 16, though. You recognize a couple of patrons that you've seen at the Yawning Portal before. Not, I think, ones that you've recognized like as anybody, but you see like a familiar face or two among the spectators, I think. You see the priestess near at this altar. There is an image loading of her in art. Though she is in these cobalt blue and white robes. The dancers do not stop as you enter, but a couple of heads do turn from the this audience that's gathered, and this kind of priestess figure does kind of cock her head as she kind of pauses for a moment. Yes, for the moment. She is.
Athanasis will give a bow, take off his hat, and greet her with.
Let me roll for something. This priestess figure kind of gives you a look, as it seems like it's less of looking at you directly and more of a noting that somebody new has come in. You guys are joining the crowd, is that right?
I'm following after you.
Not that you couldn't, but you are able to. It's not a huge crowd. There's maybe in this pretty large chamber, couple dozen at most. It seems like the dancers do not outnumber the crowd, but they're close to being equal. You, I'm not going to make you roll perception at this point. You guys are able to clearly see there are a variety of people, particularly those that are up in the front, that are holding a variety of different objects in their arms. One is holding a pristine cloak. One is holding these bracers, is what you think they are. One you notice, perhaps concerningly, is holding this dagger. But it seems to be this
You guys just
very
walked in on a sacrifice.
ornate decorative dagger. Um,
I don't jump to conclusions.
yeah. There's a lot that I think you guys are noticing all at once. So these dancers seem to be staying to this moonlight, as you notice it is slowly drifting closer and closer to the center of the room. It's like this beam of light from this small hole in the ceiling. And let's see. These dancers are dancing around it, kind of. I think Celia, with your prowess, perhaps with Thronis, I'm not sure. You seem like it seems like the theoretical, like, quote unquote, goal of this dance is to guide the moonlight. And it's drifting slowly closer and closer to this podium, this altar, where this priestess figure, as it gets close, holds up this jug. It's like a vase or some pitcher, curved in the center. She holds it up in the air and mutters several words into its direction and pours it out onto this altar. What comes out, I don't think you guys immediately recognize. Could I get some I'd say probably investigation or perhaps religion.
I mean, are we allowed to like go up and like mess with it, like an investigation check, or just looking at it straight on?
You're not going. I mean, unless you want to deliberately like get up and like poke it.
Well, no, always like thought like the difference between what would make a perception and an investigation is like an investigation you're allowed to go up and mess with it like yourself, while perception like
uh,
you're forced to rely on your eyes only or senses.
I I think with kind of what I imagine it being is that it's investigation is kind of discerning properties of things and like what things are that you've already seen, and perception is seeing those things in the first place. Do you guys agree, disagree? Any thoughts? Any clarification? Or
I'm just gonna roll. Well, it's 0 for either one.
if you'd
So
like to roll, if you would like to roll perception instead, I will allow that
thank you.
in this case. Because I think that is also kind of fair, because this is a little bit like making out what this is, because you can see it.
Oh, close. 21.
19 and 21. Okay, yeah. You guys. Okay, Cecilia, you rolled religion and you rolled perception. Uh, you both see as she tips this pitcher over. This strange, how to describe it? It's this opaque but slightly translucent white liquid pours out of it. It, Othronus, I think you get a whiff of it, and I think you're probably confused for a moment. It's milk and white wine mixed together.
Experience, because I know I would have tried everything at least once. Do I know the good stuff or something that's just a random experiment?
Uh, I think with a perception check, that's all you get for this. But I think with a 21, even from a distance, you are able to make out milk and wine. Celia, you think back to days past. Let's see, with a 19, I think you remember. You don't remember everything about your, training, but you do remember that milk and white wine are, for certain gods, considered a holy substance or some kind of used in some kind of rituals, though you're not really sure what type exactly. Yeah. Go on and roll a religion check.
I love the fact that I came in here thinking you knew this place and might have been a regular.
15. You weren't paying attention during your classes, but I think you've been able to pick up on your travels since you have left your old home. That this is, in fact, I think Othranis. I think at this point you're beginning to catch on to this as well. This is one of the more popular gods of the realms. In fact, the goddess of the moon, Saloon. Uh, though I think with this Celia as well, you are caught off guard by kind of, I think the dancing in particular. This very much seems familiar. Like inspiration is being drawn from multiple sources. Something like that. Uh, I think you're still feeling a bit of that, like, um, but I mean, you are still feeling your own feelings, so it's not overriding anything that you personally are feeling. But you are feeling a bit of a pull, like this, call to, you know, you're not really sure what, but like something is like trying to get your attention. Um, I think you're not really sure. Roll roll a wisdom check for me. I think that would be the most appropriate thing. Uh, you know what? Go ahead and make a save. I'll give that to you. Uh, again, I don't think it's like this intense pulling sensation or this call, but you're particularly interested in the milk and wine. And the moonlight. Are you like walking up? Are you just trying to get a better view? Like, are you going past the crowd into like standing at the altar, or are you?
I guess I'll start to follow.
um, there is definitely some murmuring from this crowd. Um, as you take these steps forward, you hear a, she thinks she is. It's like, oh, she's just some drow coming in. Um, a couple of people murmuring, it's like, what is going on? Um,
If I
you
can, I'll try and, I don't know if it'd be an intimidation check, but every time I hear a negative whisper, I'll like give a
give a what? Sorry.
I don't know if it'd be an intimidation check, but I essentially give a sharp glance every time I hear a negative little murmur.
Yeah, roll an intimidation check. If you dare.
I do indeed. Let's see if this even works. $10.
You definitely look at some people. You think probably like people stop like making these comments, but you're not sure if it's just they're done making their comments or if you like intimidated them to stop or if they're just kind of done. uh Celia, as you're approaching, what are you doing? She is uh finishing pouring this liquid into the altar. And she's got this curious look on her eye as to what you'll do next. What do you do? Um, Probably gonna have to roll a perception check to see if you heard anything. 9. I think you recognize that it was in common. You recognize, I think, a couple of the words, bits of phrases like we pray for your guidance, O Saloon, and nothing really definitive or concrete, I think. Uh, yeah, nothing too much in that sense, I think. Uh,
Wait,
you
if
do
you want to
feel
start a
another.
brawl,
Sorry,
you want to.
sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, if you're ready, you want to start a brawl, I'm down. If you want to just help out, or for some reason, I'm also good.
Listen, if you want to fight these people, they kind of look like pushovers. That one's only got a knife. Doesn't
And
even
that's
look that sharp.
like that's some nice stuff we could walk away with.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Celia, it's the dead of night at this point. Are you like wearing I guess you're probably still wearing your outfit from the party, and are you wearing that cloak? Still have it on you? Yes. All right. Okay. No, I'm just thinking back. I'm thinking about some things before I move forward. Is What is Celia doing as she is standing here? I think you currently aren't feeling like go do something or anything. You're not feeling any feelings like that at the moment. You do not know why you are here? Curious. And she looks up to the skylight. Um, the dancers are now encircling the three of you as the
Like
moonlight pours. Oops, sorry.
immediately look around. Who's behind us?
The moonlight is pouring in from the skylight, and it becomes concentrated. Uh, you see this uh, almost like thick beam of light, almost like glass, kind of pour in onto this altar, and this liquid in front of you ignites in flame. Othronus, you could have sworn this is just milk and wine.
I
Um,
It's just thinking, oh, this is the good stuff.
but it's not normal flame. It is this opalescent flame, flashing mostly in white, but flashes of red and yellow and blue and green. You are curious, this priestess says. What do you do?
I whisper in her ear, is your real name Curious? Called it.
Interesting. I do not know why you are here. Do you? Yes. You are staring into this flame, and you don't see it in the same way that you saw it before. I think you see the white of this flame turn silver, and you are mentally brought back to that moment. uh, that moment.
To make sure she knows which one.
But very quickly, you're not. This is not some magical entity bringing you back into your memories. This is just a flash in your mind, and you're back here. You're back here. Uh, though I think it takes just a moment. Um, did you reach out your hand when you first saw the flame? So she's doing it now? Uh, you are not burned. And Othronus, I think you're paying more attention to what is going on with the rest of the cloud. I think, Celia, you are.
I'm actually just watching the dancers and the priest, just mainly them.
Yeah, that is also fair. Uh, you. It feels. Sorry, I'm double checking. Um, you do hear these murmuring voices like, what's going on? Who is she? Who is this? Um, it seems to creep towards you. And may I ask what equipment you have on you at the moment? Hmm. Have your spell book, yes. All right, I think you reach out to this fire, and it's this cold, warm feeling. It's a very, very strange feeling. It's like chills running up your hand as it springs towards you. It encircles your arm. What is your reaction? Uh, this this flame comes to rest. You see that it is the flame in the altar has died down, but some of it has come to rest on your arm. It is no longer. Uh, it is not burning your clothing or your skin, um, but you feel something on your arm as you go and check this on your arm. You notice. Sorry, I'm being a bit indecisive here. Uh, you see a tattoo has appeared on your arm as you pull away your sleeve. Um, it's this depicting this uh, blue and white ribbon uh, streaming up your arm into an image of a full moon and a feather behind it. Um, uh, roll a religion check. This time at advantage, I think. With an 18, let's see. Uh, you, uh, hmm. You do not immediately recognize the symbol. You do, however, realize that there is this association uh, between um, saloon and a god you are very familiar with, goddess Saloon, or no, and Illustrahi. Sorry. Um, I think, again, you weren't really paying attention very closely, so I don't think you know what all this means, but you recognize that this seems to be some kind of boon that has been granted to you. Uh, yeah. Sorry, you were gonna say something. Uh, this fire seems a bit more dull. You see this priestess seems to be kind of holding her hands out in front of this fire, but doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment that you can tell. Did you want to give this spoon back? You're not permanently on fire. The fire on you has subsided into this tattoo. Yes, yes, yes. You're not no longer on fire. No, you're good. Yes. Uh, Othronus, are you doing anything as you see this? Or what do you think about all this as well? Siler, you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Everything went quiet for like the last 10 seconds, so I didn't. I heard
Oh
her
yeah,
prayer, and then everything kind of went muddled.
yeah. Are you doing anything? Are you observing anything? Are there any thoughts that you want to share that are passing through your head?
Let me roll a quick thing. No, the entire time has just been his attention has essentially just been the dancers and then the priest, and then just back to like Celia, just back and forth, and only just slightly now knowing, oh, something happened with her.
She was on fire.
Oh, she was on fire. That was neat.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's putting me on fire more times than I can count. She's probably done it herself.
It's not a bad point.
I'm surprised she didn't use me to get rid of that extra fire, just like on my suit. Like, here, hold on to this.
Uh, yes. Uh, Celia, um, do you want to share your prayer, or do you want to share your prayer with me later, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
Do I hear this prayer?
Yeah, I think a perception check. Now, probably also just so that to see if he's interested in hearing this.
Well, the perception. So I only hear mumble, but that before I can just mumbles on.
Yeah. What are you rolling for now?
To see if I was going to, because I may offer my own prayer. Now that I'm assuming, because none of this has been told, this is a place where she offers her prayers, and I need to offer one of my own. And you can clearly hear him prayer. Please help give her better aim.
Let her roll higher than 2 natural ones with advantage.
This is like to whoever this may concern, be it a chosen deity of my new acquired friend. Please help her in her struggles to hit the targets she truly meant to hit and not try and brush off. And set me on fire less frequently, though I don't really mind it. I think she does get a little frustrated. Thank you.
Um, Celia, as you kind of look up from your prayer, this priestess is no longer kind of holding her hands up with the flame, but it's just kind of, again, on the other side of this opalescent flame, just kind of smiling. Saloon has her eye on you. You are touched by her.
Is she officially a Fey touched?
Uh, being touched from the moonfire is a surefire sign that gods have their eyes on you.
You know, that's not always a good thing. You've read history books, right?
She kind of gestures to this crowd as well as the dancers, and uh, the crowd begins kind of murmuring among themselves. Some begin to leave, some stay and talk. The dancers actually go off to one of the hallways leading to another room and actually grab several ornate glass jars and come back over to the altar. Do you have time to speak? Or are you? It is late. It is approaching. It is past midnight at this time, I believe.
I'm free as a bird for now. Do you need a guest speaker?
You've got some uh, eagerness in you, I take it.
I just got back from somewhere that tends to relax me a bit.
I see.
Surprisingly enough, not the temple you're thinking of.
Hmm.
Though that place is lovely showers, lovely company.
Well, I assume you two are here together. I would love to learn more about you, if that is all right.
You know, nothing stops you from lying like you have before.
You
And
know
nothing
I'm right
stops
here. No,
you
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
from, like, I just keep going. There's nothing that stops you from telling the truth and me not knowing the difference, if that's what you're worried about. Have you ever told the truth and lie? It's really fun. I'll tell you this. Half of everything I've ever told you is likely a lie based in truth for the purpose of when I tell you the truth, or when you find out, probably find out, you'll realize where I got the lie from.
Uh, this priestess is like kind of a couple paces away and like gesturing, kind of trying to lead you down into another room to
Your
speak
choice.
privately.
I'll follow after.
You seem like this is your first time in a temple like this. You do not seem like you are fully aware of what was happening to you. Is this a correct assumption? My name is Hysteria. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bow.
No need for such formalities. I have the moonfire is a very rare occurrence in the Church of Saloon. It is sought after by many. It many hope to have it touch them, as it touching somebody very much means that they are perhaps not chosen, but in the mind of Saloon. It is a mystery on what it means exactly. I would say if you are a follower of Saloon, then perhaps there might be directions coming to you, though if you are not, you may soon receive some contact, though nothing is guaranteed. Really? Interesting. Well, yeah. You seem to have been granted a boon of some kind. May I look closer? With that, she actually kind of grabs your arm and kind of pulls your sleeve up to your shoulder to kind of get a better look at this. Looking closely, this is, well, I mean, it is certainly a mark of Saloon. I predict that this feather is regarding to some kind of flight or falling. I think I know what this is. There is a spell granted to many casters known as Featherfall. I believe this boon has granted it to you, as you may cast it at will. Uh, so, um, how I am ruling this is you can cast Featherfall on yourself at will, and you can cast it the full spell once per day. Without using a spell slot. It is also added to your spells known. for free. And now you don't need to prepare it either. Your spell book. Hmm. Um. So you do not worship any gods. That is curious. Have you worshipped any in the past? Hmm. Curious. Well, if you wish to learn more, the temple is open to you. I hope there any questions I might be able to answer as this has all happened. The ritual changes over time. It comes and goes, and temples each have independent ways of worshiping their gods. This method was put into place since before my time as the head priestess. I believe it is honoring a fellow god of the moon, one that works closely with Saloon. Illustrehi. She is a god of the drow, you know. You must know of her if you live on the surface, I take it. She's gonna roll an insight check. If you'd like to roll a deception check, that's fair. Sure. With your bonus or without? Yeah, no. Uh, you're not giving a very convincing performance, and I think probably Othronus, you're able to catch up on this too. That is, if you're paying any attention.
Oh, I am. I'm just letting this play out.
Yeah. Really. So are there any services I may provide to you? Any questions I might be able to answer? Got questions, but do you want to answer them? It's the real question.
Oh, what do you provide here, or what do you do?
This location specializes in, well, the service and devotion to Saloon. So we, of course, take in people in need. We also provide healing services for those of need for hopeful donations. We hope that any can seek us and know that we will be fair to them, but services like this are loaded with costs to them. If there's any questions about the gods, particularly Saloon and her fellow companions in her pantheon, we may seek to help assist to answer them.
I have one, a bit out of left field. What's the relation, if any, to other gods? Let's say temple down the street. What's his name? What's his face? What's his shape? Yeah, Bahamut.
Sorry, that's out of character. That is a
Character. He's trying to make a joke.
curiously specific question. The Platinum Dragon and Saloon are not perhaps the most similar of gods, but their goals do seem to align in many cases. They're both gods that focus on good and prosperity. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but they do both get along, as it were to say.
Oh, that's certainly nice to hear.
Well, kind of uncertain on how to react to that.
Pity we can't be more like them. Well, it depends. Does Saloon have a habit of shooting Bahamut every once in a while?
Shooting?
So you admit that there should be a reason, not a misfortune, for that to happen.
I think I'm beginning to see what you mean. Perhaps there might be a better time for you to return after you might have questions about this call. For it is late and, well, there's much to do.
Yeah, you're right. There's still plenty of drinking to do.
So do you leave? She'll
Yeah.
give you like a respectful bow, kind of acknowledge you as you leave, and you actually notice that these dancers, which also seem to be, you now recognize them as priests and priestesses in their own right, um, seem to have bottled up this opal fire. You're not really sure what or how, but they have contained. You see, sorry. Oh wow. Actually, a full 5 jars full of the stuff.
I'm gonna ask. Actually, no. I want to whisper to Celia. So you just gave that back without bottling it yourself? Because I can almost promise you they're going to use it for something.
She didn't actually give like the fire back yet, and it just kind of yeah.
All right. We're gonna
So
come
is
back.
there?
And, like we're gonna see this stuff being auctioned off for millions of gold. It's the super rare ingredient.
I will remind you that the cash of dragons in the city is 500,000 gold, and considered a ridiculous amount of money.
That's how much this is worth. The temple, there are like countries and places will want this.
Who wouldn't? So is there anything the two of you would like to do as you uh, head out for the night?
He's starting to make his way back home. I'm actually contemplating to himself, should I take this mug back to the yawning portal or just later?
Take it with you. Oh no, Kimmy!
Oh,
Quick! Make it morning. Come
I
back to us.
actually, if you need to go and get your rest, that is fine. But actually, I was gonna pick up with you now, Kimmy.
Have to make it morning. Next,
Again, like,
promise next time.
no, I'm sorry that we've had a couple of sessions without Nyla. Particularly frustrating because you actually have been here for the past several.
Days.
Ah,
This is the longest day.
I'm I am glad that I'm glad that you got your work done while you were able to listen in, but it is officially the next morning.
Alhamdulillah, God, that day was long.
Yeah, there was some stuff in there that I also wasn't like planning. Like I did not originally have in mind the pub crawl and all that, but roll with it. And I
Pub
think we
crawl
had some.
slash turn church crawl.
Love you
It
too,
really
Miss
was more of a
Kimmy.
temple call. Have a nice night. I hope you rest really well and take care.
Good night. I do have a new theory, though. I think Rosa is our thief.
Rosa? Who's Rosa?
Yeah. Here's my theory. When we, McGulliganed our way off the flying patter thing, she jumped from it to where we, originally she tapped us on the shoulder to see what was happening while we were looking at it and she was gone. And she just followed us just to see what was up because I think she might have known that we saw her. And then realized we were just idiots and just, we didn't know jack.
It's a very interesting theory, Othronus.
So, do they know anything? I'll name drop the thief. Do they know anything? No. Wow, these guys are just random people I followed.
That would also imply that she referenced herself in the third person.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember, if she's a master thief and she thinks someone might be onto her, what better way is to do it than to ask them if they know anything?
It's reverse psychology.
Actually, regular psychology, but backwards.
So do you guys want to pick up the next morning? I'm also good because I don't know why it's not that late, but I'm feeling tired. Though I'm good to do some stuff with the
I
next morning.
mean, I'm good with whatever. I mean, if there's something that you want to kind of drop on us, with the morning, leave a little nugget. That's cool.
Yes, a nuke. No, I'm kidding.
That's fine. Question now:
Yes.
what is the sleeping arrangements of our very much renovated house?
Actually, that is a good point as well. As you arrive back at your uh, uh, tavern in progress, renovations have not started except for Celia's room, and I think mostly as you get into that room, it's mostly currently the flooring you notice is in better condition. The walls have kind of been refurbished as well as the ceiling. Um, the bed, I think, is the main thing, and that needs to be swapped out with a better one. But you, it is a much cleaner room, though you do, I think, notice that the paint's still drying. But Nyla's not even
You
here.
could steal
Well,
Cordelia's room. She's not
Cordelia.
there.
Nah, I'm just gonna steal Thronos's room anyway.
It kind of is. He doesn't question it. He just reiterates that he needs the bathroom for at least an hour in the morning.
All right. I'm so glad I left that note in the lore channel about how much gold you still need to be fully renovated. Because I'd be lost on how much gold is still needed if it weren't for that. I don't remember, because again, it's been like, yes,
I think that's first on
that's
the list.
right.
So when it starts, should be the first thing done.
I think it's been what, an out of game quarter of a year since we last. Have we been in this one day for months on end? Like
Yeah.
a quarter?
I
Have we been in
think we
this for
have.
a quarter of a year?
It's taken so long to get through this one day.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. It's ended.
I mean, it's okay. At least we've gotten to see this one day in detail.
Do you remember back
A lot of
when this entire scarecrow thing would have lasted in like a session?
I
Oh my gosh, yeah.
legitimately thought that it was going to be like a session for like both the opera and the scarecrow side quest. Man, man, was I wrong.
I mean, I guess we just kept making little plot things and running with them, maybe?
But
And thank you for indulging them.
uh, not only is it the following day, it's also High Harvesttide. The harvest festival,
Woo! Finally!
which ironically is now just in time for Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
Yeah!
Man, man, that was a
Oh,
long day. Very busy day. Yeah,
and
if
that's
you guys
one
want,
checked
Mhm.
off.
if you guys just want to like chill for a little bit, like end the game here, or maybe we do a little bit more, I'm good either way.
I mean, if you have something planned for how our morning might go, or how the morning might start, I wouldn't mind seeing
Uh,
that. But if you don't really have anything planned, then we can just end it here. Just because, I mean, I sent you a note. Like, for some reason, I took
yeah,
Paula having her back turned as she was making tea as a thing to be
chugging the
sus
tea.
about, and it's like, why? Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I was given.
I mean,
I did that as an opportunity for you to go sneak off and investigate something if you were wanting to do that, but I think that works too.
oh wait, what thing to investigate? What thing would it?
I
Just anything,
whatever
or would it
you
have been
want.
a?
That was your
Whatever.
opportunity.
If I tell
Oh,
you what you would have learned, then that kind of defeats the purpose.
He's right.
I was
oh.
also
So,
not sure if
Well,
you were just gonna
I
bolt
didn't
for the
realize.
door and leave.
so on Paula's
Not
back,
that you had to
it
do
had
that.
No,
that connects her with like a giant story from your past.
I guess so. Something.
Yeah, we've got a web of storylines coming in here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't take that as like an invitation to search her house or book it. I mean, she was in like just her skirts at this point, or even less. Heck, I don't know.
I gotta show you some first and third person like just sneak around games that are just like as soon as a person's backs to you, that's your opportunity to steal and or snoop around.
What, have you not played Skyrim?
Gotcha.
Have you
Have you
never
never
played
played?
like Super
I guess
Street?
I don't think
Ooh,
I've never played Skyrim. I want to.
It's
and I've
fun, but
played.
you gotta carve out a good chunk of time for it.
I've played like what, like 10, 20 hours of Skyrim, and I've like barely scratched the surface.
So there are hours upon hours of different things you can do, different ways you
Mm-hmm.
play, and the ridiculous modding people have done for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I've seen all kinds of little things off to the side of stuff you can do.
Like,
You
again, I've
can. I'm not even kidding. The people, the historical figures and such that you love, there's likely a modder out there that will get you them like in the game, a 3D render.
yeah, romanceable,
Wow.
probably romanceable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that and just
That's cool.
The- And then you could also just have replace all the dragons with Thomas the Train Tank Engine.
Wow.
Uh, I think we're probably gonna end it here.
I will do one thing just to have it on record. I would like to go check on my egg and apply another thing of paste because I honestly
Right.
like
Actually,
you or not.
that actually, yeah, you don't need to roll anything, but you are able to put your ointment on this egg, and you have re-ointmented your egg.
All
It
right,
feels purple egg.
I will put
Uh,
this back on my list timer. Just another 5 or 10 days that I have to do this.
uh, Fala said that you should have the supply to do this, or I think it was you can come back and get more supplies to do this, but she said that you should, you know, keep an eye on it, but she estimated that it should be around the end of the year is when it should hatch.
But she also told me like every was it 5 or every 10 days I should just reapply the ointment and go back to her when I need more.
Uh, I'll say 5 days.
Okay, restarting the countdown to 5.
I'm just gonna say, like, whatever the case, you're probably gonna be good. Like, unless you are like away from the egg or you neglect the egg, I'm not gonna like say, oh well, you didn't uh put ointment. You actually waited 6 days to apply the ointment. It is burning in holy fire.
So this egg
I
actually cracked open. You now have a gremlin instead of a cool dragon.
It's not just
Yay!
burning.
Oh, that means Zam gets a little brother or sister.
What happened? You guys, it feels like you guys have
Oh,
been
that'd
gone
be
for
so
months.
sweet. Oh,
No, yeah, Zam is bunking with us.
Zam, baby.
This is his room.
This entire place is my room. Liv taught me a bunch of swears.
Good. Right, I'm gonna put him in the tower because it has a connection to my room.
But what if I jump out of the tower? I do actually have my own room. I do actually have my own. Do I just stay? What was it? Was I supposed to just stay in my room the entire day?
You can choose to do that.
Was I supposed to clean the tavern? I don't remember you telling me. This it's felt like a very long day. I don't remember anything. I mean, I remember. That's a lie. I do remember things, but I don't remember what you told me to do this morning. Okay.
Wait, before you do, you
He
see
climbs the chimney. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Yeah.
Cordelia. Did she make it back alive last night or at all?
Uh,
Yeah.
she came back with you. I didn't see her.
Was she with us and we just didn't notice? Did we never look down?
Did you leave? Did you leave her there? Did you leave her?
Nah, never.
Where's Nyla?
Oh, she chose to stay behind and help out.
And you. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go.
I'll put
And
it
he
this way.
goes.
She had a small mental breakdown and decided to stay and help.
Oh yeah, that's much better. That's way better. No, maybe. I mean, I know like 5 people, and one of them's a ghost. No, he's great. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he just said I'm a ghost. Uh,
No.
he just said I'm a ghost. I don't think that means what you think it means. I
Don't be mean to my little boy that way.
don't think that's what he meant. Anyway,
Just accept the fact that she's just going to hit you over the head with something. It's easier that way.
all right. Just like how we met. Just do it quickly.
Now I wish I could rewind the past couple hours and figure out what I was supposed to apparently find. Well, I'll look for it in the morning.
Again,
Can I
it's
still
not
look
like
for it in the morning?
well, you did go upstairs. Well, you don't. It's not like you missed out because it's just you. I mean, there are options available to you, and uh, it's not like you chose wrong. You chose to do your thing, and you had a cute moment because of it that you probably wouldn't have had otherwise.
Uh-huh. It's just, I mean, you, the way this is going, it makes me think, oh, there's some groundbreaking secret that was just somewhere that I was supposed to notice. It's like, what was it? Secrets. I must know them. They cannot be withheld from me without the universe exploding.
Let's face it, if we'd stayed, we would have gotten into a fight because I believe we would have immediately had your back if you'd started drawing a pistol or a gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I would have never
I
done that.
thought we was friends.
I'd have never done the back and forth. I'd immediately said, okay, he's who we need. Okay, all we need is a distraction, a giant sack, and we'll meet you back at the troll skull.
Just dump him on the floor, and then like Zam is just left in the room with him to like just bitch slap him and like torture him by slowly reading as
Please.
best as he
He's
can,
been
but
on
it's just like
chapter
painfully
one for
slow.
5 hours.
The
It's
word torture
3 pages long.
him tied to a chair and the nicest Zam we have trying to read to him.
It's the end of the
Oh
world as
no.
we know it.
So you can tell us where her family is, or I've got a library of books over there that I'd love to him to read.
No. No. Are you kidding? I could do this all day. Make it stop.
You know what? I think I'm going to teach him to sing, and you'll be able to love it.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's oh,
Uh, I think that is fair.
Okay. I
yeah,
think I will too.